Hi guys, and welcome to a new video. In today's video I'm gonna show you an example of how to react when your opponent attacks you very aggressively on the wing. And yeah, first I wanna give you the rule of thumb, and then you can think about the position on your own. I promise you it will be very easy to solve it basically when you know the rule of thumb and when you know how to handle the position in a general way. So let's talk about this. When is an attack on the wing in general successful and when it isn't? In general, when you want to attack on the wing, as white is doing here with g4, g5 and maybe push f6, rip open my king side, this is in general just successful if the center is closed, because you need a certain kind of stability in the middle so that you can attack on the wing, because otherwise, you will have troubles in the center and you will get distracted from attacking. And when we have a look at the center in this position, we will see that there is not really a closed center. There is still some things which might go on. The center might blow open and then the wing attack might backfire, as the center is the most important part of the board, and when there is action in the center, it's usually more important than action on one side of the board. So the rule of thumb is basically, once your opponent attacks you on the wing, you should try to open the center and counter in the center. Of course, if the center is stable and closed, you won't have this chance. So once the center is closed, this is really a very good condition or a very good circumstance where you can start an attack on the king side or on the queen side successfully. But once the center is still fluid, you usually can't. And in this position, at first I was a bit scared as g4 looked very aggressive, but when focusing back to the general rules and the rules of thumb, I was not that scared anymore because I could apply those, and we will soon see how. So if you want to think about the position more deeply and how to implement this central counterplay in a concrete manner, and which move order or which plan exactly you want to do, you can pause the video, but we will straight continue with what I was thinking during this game, which was actually a rapid over the board game, and how I approach the situation. So the move which should come to your mind when you know this rule of thumb is of course d5, because it's the only central pawn break which we do have, and there is not so much alternative to blow open the center. However, if I went d5, which is actually a good move and which is very nice to see that even if it might not be best, it's still fine and we're still doing great by applying just general principles. I was disliking this move bishop to f4 a bit, because now I am not in time to take this bishop on f3 any longer, and I thought this bishop on f3 is a very good defender of the white king, which might otherwise be very, very open very, very soon. Because my bishop might go to b7 in the long run, and then with the absence of the f3 bishop, this might be quite dangerous. So yeah, d5 is possible. It creates some central action, and thus g5 not working really, because the center will get too open. For example, takes, 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 and takes on f5, and we see there is more serious action than on the wing, and the wing stays closed while the center is wide open. So black is doing absolutely fine here, but I didn't like the tiny details after bishop f4. So I tried to find another way to implement this central breakthrough, which was trading on f3 first and then playing d5, which is also absolutely fine. And again, the same principle, we need to open the center, and then the kingside action will just not be in time, as we create some other issues in the middle of the board. For example, takes, and again, we see the wing attack is going nowhere and the center is wide open, so that we will have plenty of counterplay through the open center here. So let's have a look what happened in the game. My opponent took here on d5. I took back with the knight and I took back with the pawn. Now, once the center gets open, my bishops would be very strong. For example, I could even play b5 as the rook is untouchable due to bishop b7 winning his queen. So yeah, he cannot really take this pawn, and so I'm not a pawn down, and the center is not very open, but it's still more open, and so this kingside attack won't come through, or at least won't crash through. I will have counterplay along the c-file and maybe also counterplay against the center. It's not that stable yet, and black has good counter chances. So that's already it what I wanted to tell in this video. Remember this rule of thumb: once your opponent attacks you on the wing, he should make sure that the center is stable and closed, because otherwise we have the counter method. Number one, once you're attacked on the wing, always try to blow open the center, counter in the center, and try to open the position, because once the center is open, usually it deserves way more attention than play on the wing. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. And also, if you want to see the rest of the game, there will be another video about it, but it will be in a separate video as it covers another specific middle game topic. So stay tuned for this one and see you next time. Goodbye.